Will you be donning your Sunday best and going to church this morning? Well, under lockdown level 1, religious gatherings are permitted but limited to 100 indoors and 250 outdoors. But some church leaders say more should have been done and places of worship should be allowed to half fill their venues. Our reporter Lindokuhle Xulu is out to see if churches are ready to welcome their congregants. Lindo, tell us which church you're visiting now and whether you've seen any regulations being flouted.
Well, that's right, Maseko. We are at one of the church services that is taking place today. You'd remember that we are now under alert level 1 of the lockdown, and the permission for churches to operate is one that has been granted by the president when he stipulated some of the regulations under this alert level. But of course, we are in Midrand today at one of the churches. There is an excitement about the fact that churches are operating today, and we just want to touch base with Umfundisi Khoza, Pastor Khoza, who's just going to give us a sense of what this feeling is. I'll hand over to him, Maseko, just to get a sense of that. Pastor, first day, alert level 1, you are allowed to operate now, but just give us a sense of how the congregants have been reacting to this and how you're feeling about it today.
Well, thank you so much, Lindo. I think as you can see, the noise, the excitement is there. Just once again to come together and fellowship. There's nothing that builds a child of God. And when people to come together, brothers and sisters, particularly going through this pandemic, the worst thing that you can do to people is to let them stay at home and just really suffer alone. The one thing about this pandemic is that you go to hospital, you're alone. You're on quarantine, you're alone. You die, you're alone. You have no family, you have no one. So this brings that excitement, that spirit, that togetherness, to know that we are in the presence of God. Obviously, we understand that we have to have protocols. So we are very excited. We know we have to have only 100 people in the church. So one of the things that we do is that leading to the Sunday, we send a survey out there just to find out from people who are comfortable to come to church, who is comfortable. So they complete those surveys and make sure that then we know. Then after we've completed the survey, then we send another one that tell us that, whether they've got COVID or they're feeling some symptoms. So those who are not feeling well, we encourage them to stay at home so that they can watch online. So we have closed since around the 10th of December. It has been 3 months. The most difficult 3 months ever, because remember then it was the peak of the second wave, and you now have to phone, you now have to do Zoom with your congregation, trying to encourage them. People are losing jobs. People are being retrenched. They are losing their businesses. And at the height of the pandemic, then you're not together. It's such a difficult time. So it's a catch-22. While we're trying to protect life, at the same time, people are affected, both spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And to have church back, we're very excited.
You are speaking about the fact that you have a survey. You know exactly how many people come to church on a Sunday just before the services continue. But one of the things also that is an appeal is in terms of the capacity. We know that it's 100 people allowed inside, indoors, and 200 outside. But there is a concern from the churches about that as well. Please tell us more about that.
Okay, so there's a huge concern about that, particularly if you look at this alert level 1, that the churches have been, or gathering have been given 100. If you look at the churches, we have been compliant. We have made sure we follow the rules. Firstly, we need to set example out there. Firstly, church is the last place we want to infect people, to cause harm to someone. So we've been compliant. We make sure when the president says 50, we're 50, 100 is 100. However, the complaint is that you look at other industries. They are given 70%, they are given 50% capacity. And everybody knows who they are. And I think that is unfair. I mean, if you look at let me use the airlines. In the airlines, it's full. People are sitting so close to each other. So, I mean, really, if you think of the first 100, it's the wrong way. And to use a number is actually wrong. It's mathematically wrong. You rather use a percentage, because if a hall takes 300, and then, if you said we're going to have 300, everyone will come. You rather use percentage. So the churches are appealing to the government, to the president, give us percentage, 30%, 50%, because if you got 300 capacity hall, then you know you have 150 people, and you use social distancing. It's easy to manage. So we are appealing that it almost feel that we're being mistreated or are treated unfairly because, other industries are open and the churches we are most careful. You saw the venue here. The ventilation is good. We have opened the windows, we have opened doors. And not only that, when you come in here, there are people here, they sanitize you, they check your temperature, they check the symptoms, and then someone take you to your seat and make sure you're all 1.5, 2 meter. Ours actually we did 2 meter. So we do our best. All we want is the government to meet us halfway, because I think it's a little bit unfair the way we're being treated. And you will hear from other leaders that please just treat us fairly, like equal with other industries. And we're very careful. The church, if you don't give the church when the pandemic is under control, to do our work, to make sure that we're there for people. Remember, most people that die, we have to bury them. Most people that die, we have to be there. We have to be there for the families. So I think that to sideline the church is actually misinformed. So that's the challenge that we have, and we're appealing to the government, we're appealing to the president to really review this using the numbers and to review this to use percentage rather than the number.
All right, Mfundisi, let's leave it there for now. We'll be joining you as you go inside as well. But thank you so much. That is Mfundisi Ukosa from the World Changers Church, just giving us a sense, Maseko, of their concerns. But more importantly, they are saying that they do not want people to be dealing with the effects of the pandemic in isolation. And that is why they are calling for government to give them leeway in terms of the percentage that is allowed inside churches. They're saying that other churches are much bigger than others and therefore should be given a percentage instead of a one-shoe-fits-all the number of 100 people inside.
All right, Lindo, let's leave it there for now. Enjoy church if you're going to be going inside. That is, of course, my colleague Lindokuhle Xulu coming to us live from Midrand.